would I turn around? We took the long way somehow. If I knew then what I know now. Yeah, we're talking it out. Yeah.
God first, stick to the code. Hey, man, what's going on, man? It's your boy Corey Davis, man. It's Corey with a C, Corey with a E. You dig me? Say that. I feel like you was a little late on that.
What'd you say?
My boy Wade was a little late on the burn.
On,
But
go
ahead.
up,
Go ahead. Did y'all hear what I said? Hey, man, it's your boy Corey Davis, man. The Corey with a C, Corey with a E. You dig me? Say that.
Yo, this your boy Jay Gladney, Mr. Exhausted Hip Hop Cardio. Mr. Gladney Photography, can we take your picture? We'll be glad to. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, they hating on my intro right now.
Man.
Hey,
We did that intro about 37 times.
Hey, these boys some haters.
Hey,
telling you.
but we finally here.
But we
Hey,
finally
we
here.
got to give a shout out to the man behind the scenes. I don't know if y'all can see him. His head napping right now. Jason Wade Gear.
Jason.
That's what you supposed to do that right there.
That boy said Jason well good.
I can't really see him right now, but he behind the scenes right now and make
Clap
sure the
it up for
audio
my
and the
boy.
video right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, clap it up for my boy Wade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My boy is not on payroll. But anyway, look here. Hey, listen, everybody, tuned in to episode 1.
Episode 1.
If I knew then,
What I know now, the podcast.
Hey, man, we
Let's
did.
go.
Hey, and we got it right. Come on,
We got
now,
it right,
clap
you know
it
what
up
I'm
for that.
saying? But we done worked on that thing about 500 times, for real, boy.
Hey, if
I'm telling you.
I knew then what I knew now, man. So the name of the podcast pretty
What
much.
just say if I knew then what I knew now?
I ain't say it right.
Nope.
If I knew then what I know. If I knew then what I know now.
Hey.
If I knew then what I know now, that's the name.
If I knew then what I know now.
If I knew then what I know now. Look, hey, the name of the podcast is pretty much self-explanatory. Obviously, we're gonna be, talking from a perspective of where we are in life now versus, what I'm saying, things that we possibly could have changed or modified back in the day, or if we would have changed anything back in the day.
Yeah.
But the first 2 episodes we're gonna dedicate to showcasing and broadcasting who we are. Because obviously people around Anderson might know who he is or whatever the case may be, but we don't know who might see this one day. They be like, man, who that dude over there? You know what I'm saying?
People think they know you, but they really
That
don't know
sexy
you for
beast
real.
with that bandana on his head.
That boy ugly.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna get to know me for episode 1, and then y'all gonna get to know Fat Albert Ferg Cousin on episode 2. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we gonna do it, man. Let's kick this thing out. How we gonna start off, Johnny?
Hey, that boy think he got abs and he look good, boy.
I
Y'all
do.
somebody tell that boy he ugly, boy. That boy look like a messed up Cisco. You know what I'm saying? All right, for real though, we won't get no Corey Davis, you know what I'm
Episode
saying? Y'all
1,
know
man.
him as Mr. Stick to the Code, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
But we're going to ask him some questions today, man. So, man, we're going to get real personal, bro.
Yeah.
You know, figure out about your life, man, see what's been going on with you.
Facts.
Things that people think they know about you, they really don't even know, man. So,
Yep.
we'll kick it out, man. So, let's talk about your childhood, man. Tell us something about your childhood, man, that people just may not know, bro.
I used to get beat to death, boy. I'm talking about. Nah, it's play. Hey, man, childhood, man. Shoot. Born and raised in Anderson, South Carolina.
Facts.
Went to 3 different elementary schools. You know what I'm saying? What elementary schools I went to? My first elementary school was Verena's Elementary. You know what I'm saying? Then went on from Verena's and went to McLee's. And then from McLee's, a New Prospect to Lakeside.
God!
What was
Hey,
that?
them boy moved to every school there was in the city.
I did. My mama said she moved a lot when I was young. But Lakeside for middle school, then Westside for high school, and then I went to Anderson University for college. So I literally went to every school in Anderson. Well, not every school, but all my schooling was in Anderson, South Carolina.
No, fast, bro.
And Anderson University, y'all can have every single last one of them loans back. And a degree. Y'all can have all that back. I'm still paying loans to this day. To this day.
Hey, boy, student loans is like one of the biggest frauds, bro.
Facts. That's definitely gonna have to be. That's gonna definitely have to be an episode one day.
Facts.
Cause ain't no way we still paying student loans if we 40, 50 years old. But anyway, man, childhood was great, man. You know, grew up with great parents, great grandparents, close knit family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying, pretty close for the most part. Grew up around my first cousins. You know what I'm saying, on my mama's side. Always over grandma and granny's house, you know what I'm saying? Old school, go ahead, lay on the floor, make a pallet type life. Outside playing 2v2 basketball, fighting, going in the house, crying, mad 'cause somebody done hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? We out there playing 2v2 football, 2v2 basketball, 2v2 baseball. We just, you know what I'm saying, living life, you know what I'm saying, young. I never really was one of them kids who got into trouble for real, cause I feel like my mama was around every corner. You know what I'm saying? I can remember being at my grandma and granddad's house in middle school, like really like cussing for the first time. Like I had one of my friends in school was there with me, and the school bus rolled by, and he was like, "Corey, man, just cuss, just say something real quick." You know what I'm saying? And at the time I did it, and immediately I just thought like, "Oh, my mama heard me. I'm finna get a whoop when I get home." So you know what I'm saying? I ain't even cuss when I was little, bro.
You know what wild though, bro?
I ain't even cuss when I was little.
How you know I never understood, bro?
What?
How do black parents walk around? Cause my mama was cussing like it when nobody been.
Go crazy.
Cuss you out. The moment you cuss, it's all something wrong.
Oh yeah. You a heathen.
Bro. I'm talking about getting beat and everything. But they sitting there cussing you out while they hear you.
My daddy listened to Lil Jon, the East Side Boys, explicit version. My whole life.
And I say one bad thing and I get whipping.
But I was complete opposite with that though, man. And, but would you say something like what people wouldn't know about me?
Yeah. What
some people wouldn't know about me, man. People would not know that I was adopted.
Oh.
Adopted, you know what I'm saying? And I know like, when I say that, people like, you was adopted. Ganesh ain't your mama, da. Nah, Ganesh is my mama. Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that my daddy, Chris Davis, ain't not my real biological father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that, but a lot of people do know that. But and then when I tell people that, they be like, what? Because I mean, even growing up, I done had people say, boy, you look like your daddy. Talking about Chris. They be like, boy, you like, and I'm saying in my mind, I'm thinking like, you don't even realize that's your real daddy. You know, they don't even realize that. But they say when you be around people a certain time for a long time, you start to look like them. Yeah. But anyway, I was adopted in terms of my stepdaddy, that the world would call him my stepdaddy, took me in, and my last name changed and all that. So people didn't even realize growing up, my first coming into this world, my name was Corey Kahindi Lewis. When I came to oh, that's funny. Who? Corey Kahindi Lewis. That was my full name when I came into this world.
Bypass that like that boy that say Corey Kahindi.
Corey Kahindi. What's a Kahindi?
That boy was from the Hebrew tribe.
African booty scratcher. Corey Kahindi Lewis was my name when I came into this world. And I even remember like seeing like trophies with my last name on it, with Lewis and stuff like that. And dude, so that middle name that funny. So my middle name that funny.
Who did that?
What's your middle name?
Montavious.
You look like a Montavious. Wait, what's your middle name?
Quentin Joseph Gear.
That boy got two fur name. Quentin Joseph. You went by Quentin in school? Or you never went by Quentin?
I went by Wade.
You went by Wade? So you didn't like your names at all.
Anyway, go ahead, man.
But anyway, man, Corey Kahindi Lewis.
Yeah.
This is how I came into this world. But it ended up changing to Corey Jamon Davis. You know what I'm saying? So
who was that? Who idea was that? Like who changed that?
I guess my mama got married to my daddy. And when I say my daddy, I'm talking about Chris Davis.
So
my mama got married to my daddy, and
she
then
just changed the whole.
My name changed.
Bet. So who came over? What's the middle name?
Kahindi.
Who came over there?
That was my biological father's middle name.
Oh,
that's his middle name. I had his middle and last name.
Bet.
When I came into the world. When I came into the world, that was, I was Corey Kahindi Lewis, and I was hanging out with my first cousins and stuff on that side of the family too. But as I got older, our relationship with my cousins on that side kind of like started to drift apart a little bit. Yeah. But we played little league sports together. You know what I'm saying? Baseball and basketball and stuff like that. I ain't really getting into football like that. Football gave me headaches for real. Yeah. I wasn't with all that. I was ready to quit every practice. Yeah. And my mama let me too. Shout out to my mama. Thank you for letting me be a quitter in little league football. So that wasn't for me. But played sports growing up, man. So yeah, a lot of people don't know that was my dynamic growing up. A lot of people look at me, they be like, "Oh, you came from a 2-parent household, all type of stuff like that." Yeah, I did come from a 2-parent household, but at the end of the day, like as a child, I knew that my real daddy wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew that my real daddy wasn't there, but I didn't know why. I ain't really had no real solid answers. I just knew at a young age, and shout out to my mama for this too though. Because at a young age, my mama put me on game at a young age. She let me know what was going on.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time where I woke up and was like, oh, I ain't know Chris wasn't my real daddy. You know what I'm saying? I always knew that Chris was my real daddy. Like always. But I never, so my mom, basically what I'm saying, my mama never kept that from me.
Yeah.
My mama never shunned that from me. My mama kept it real. And she had to do it at a young age because I don't remember a time where I didn't know the dynamic of my life at a young age.
That's a big shout out to your mom, because you got some kids now who are dealing with trauma.
Fact.
Because they thought that, you know what I'm saying, this person was my mom, or this person was my dad their whole entire life. And then they find out when they get older, it's a lot bombshell, bro. And they don't even know how to process that or deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's why I thank
shout
God
out to Mon Dudes.
That's why I thank God for my mama putting me on game, because, you know, who knows how I would have turned out growing up 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and realizing, oh, that ain't my real daddy. But honestly, growing up, shoot, if my mama didn't tell me the truth, I was going to hear the truth.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because everywhere I went, hey, such and such your daddy. Cause everybody say I look like him.
Yeah.
So when I would go around in public, they be like, "Is that your daddy? Is such and such your daddy?" And when I was younger, I used to say no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like I would give different answers. They be like, "Is what's name your daddy?" I be like, "No, that ain't my daddy." Whole time I know this my daddy, but it's like it was hard for me to say this my daddy when I never looked at him like that.
Yeah.
Or I never felt like that's what he was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask, is it from the guilt of it, or like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said, you just never really saw him as that, so you just would say
I
no.
think some of it had to do with the guilt of it.
Yeah.
But also sometimes people would ask me that around Chris too. People would ask that, or people would be like, or they'll make little comments around that. And I just remember like at a young age too, man, like some family members that was on that side of the family. I just remember, like, you know, one aunt in particular would come up to me and she'd be like, "You can't change who your daddy is." Now think about you 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, grown woman telling you that.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been doing that.
You know what I'm saying? Grown woman coming to tell me that, come and tell me that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So like little stuff like that kind of scarred me and had me kind of like, I ain't gonna say traumatized, but it always had me thinking like, darn, that's my real daddy, but he ain't around.
Well, it does traumatize you, because you got somebody, you're that age, you 6 years old, you got somebody coming to you saying you can't change who your daddy is.
Can't change
It's
who your
putting
daddy
you
is.
in an uncomfortable
Like
position.
it was my choice. Like
it was your
I
choice.
changed who my daddy
Facts.
was.
That's what I'm trying to say.
6, 7, 4, 5, 3, whatever.
Yeah,
however or whatever.
yeah,
I don't even know how old I was when my last name changed. I've been trying to ask my mama that.
It made me
but
uncomfortable
I know
too, bro.
it changed at a young age, bro.
Yeah.
But so that right there, just at a young age, I never allowed my circumstances to dictate my future.
Yeah.
I never allowed my circumstances to dictate how I was gonna be as a person.
Yeah.
I never allowed the fact that my real daddy wasn't there for me to use that as an excuse to crash out or, you know, just be wild. You know what I'm saying? I did the complete opposite. I feel like I turned what was made to be a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I turned what they say what the enemy had for good, from my bad turned out to be for my good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for my situation. Thank God for my upbringing, man. But my mama and daddy didn't play, man. You know, they was strict on me. My mama ain't letting me go nowhere. Tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You can come to our house, but growing up, just going to spend night at anybody else's house
She wouldn't handle it.
boy, go on ahead with that. Ain't wasn't none of that going on.
And that's how my mama was too.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that going on.
Only people
man.
house we can go over was our cousins. That was it. And nobody else.
And I got siblings too on that side too, man. So I'm the oldest out of 6 of us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count Hazel too. So you got me, and then you got Taylor, then you got Bridget, then you got Ubi, then you got Moosey, then you got Mari, and you got Hazel. And Hazel on my mom and daddy side, and the others are on my biological daddy side. And you know that within itself always kind of like bothered me a little bit, because I feel like I'm the oldest, so I always felt like I was the one who need to like figure out how to make this right.
Yeah.
Because that's just the type of person I am, the type of heart I got. I feel like even like we all been in recent communication due to an incident that happened recently, you know, so we've been in communication here and there, but really I really want to sit down with all of them and just, you know, just talk about life, talk about our upbringing, talk about what was their upbringing like. Even though we all grown now, I still would like to sit down and like do that, you know. I'm gonna make it happen on this podcast. Y'all gonna see it's gonna be another episode Well, I'll come back and tell y'all that that done happened.
Yeah.
But just being an
good,
older sibling of 5, 6 other siblings, after being the oldest, I just felt like I've always had a responsibility to make things right, be a leader, and have them be able to look at it, an example of what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I just use my past, or use my pain, or use my my uncontrollables to turn into something positive. So that's my life growing up, man.
That's good,
I'm
man.
6 years older than Hazel. I grew up in the house with my sister Hazel, 6 years older than her. And yeah, man, that was my childhood, bro.
That's what's up, man. So I heard you in your childhood, man, talk about, you went to West Side High School, man.
Yeah, West Side, best side, man.
Hey, they say West Side is the best side. You
West
know what I'm
Side,
saying?
best side.
I rep West Side right now, man. But hey, it's a situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you told me about it happening on the bus when you was on the JV team.
Oh,
Yeah,
basketball. When I played basketball at West Side.
basketball
Oh yeah,
at West Side.
JV. Oh look.
Hey, tell me about that, bro.
To this day, I feel like this situation was pivotal and monumental in my life. Shout out to Coach D, man. Coach Dawson.
Shout out to
Coach
James
D.
D.
Dawson. Hey, I still remember. So you got to think about it. This 10th grade. So I'm like 15, 16 years old, bro. And I'm 31, about to be 32 Sunday. I don't know when this episode going to drop because, we slack. But we're going to make it drop soon. But anyway, I'm going to be 32 Sunday.
Yo.
So what's 32 minus 16?
Shout out to Corey, y'all. Happy birthday to the boy.
You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
See, my boy, we got a stream deck over there. He could have made a little. There we go. Happy birthday to me. I'm about to be 32.
That boy late.
32.
Now
he want to press all of. But anyway, man, shout out to Coach James Dawson, man. Look, what he was talking about the whole thing that happened at Westside High School. So this is coming back from a JV basketball game. I'm coming back from a JV basketball game. And in high school, everybody talking about females, having sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you doing with this girl? What you doing with that girl?
Yeah.
And on the bus ride back, I remember that's what everybody started talking about. They were just like who they was messing with, or who they hit, or who they done did this with, who they done did that with. So I'm over there kind of quiet, trying to like, I'm over there like, oh, they'll call on me.
Don't call on my name.
Hope they don't ask me, you know what I'm saying? Because shoot, I'm finna make up a lie real quick. We ain't have ChatGPT.
And that boy was wrapped up, tangled up, and tied up.
Hey, bro, hey, boy, you a heart beat fast, or hands get sweaty.
Hey, that boy was on the same sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost.
Now, I had been, I done did stuff before, but at that time, when that conversation was going around, the question was proposed, it was asking me, Corey, but what you done did, boy?
Yeah.
You a virgin? I said, yeah. Everybody on the bus going crazy. I said, nah, I'm a virgin, man. Everybody laughing, roasting me. I'm talking about any Jones you can think of after a 16-year-old boy say he a virgin in a bus full of young men, 14, 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Anything you can imagine was said. Boy, you a P. Boy, you scared.
Oh man.
Boy, you ain't getting no girl. Boy, you this and that going ham. And I just remember Coach D, bro, shutting the whole conversation down. And he was just like, I remember this vividly. Now, I don't remember word for word, but I do remember the gist of the conversation and what he was saying, man. So after everybody joning going ham on me about, not having sex yet, Coach D stand up and say, why y'all laughing? Y'all need to be more like him.
Facts.
Why y'all doing all that laughing? Why y'all doing all that joning? He doing the right thing. And I can remember this man standing up for me in that moment and saying these words too. While y'all joking and laughing, playing, y'all gonna be working for him one day.
Yep.
He said that, bro.
Yep.
He said, y'all gonna be working for him one day. And I just fast forward my life and I think, bro, I got 2 businesses that I own.
Yep.
And I got people working for me.
Yep.
Even though it might not be the very people that was on the bus at the time.
Yeah.
Joning and cracking jokes. And I don't even know, they might remember this story, they might not remember, but I remember it because it was me. Mm-hmm. But it was, to me, that was like a, what they call it, like a prophecy. That felt like a prophecy moment.
Prophesy.
Now that I look back at the edit, because I'm like, bro, I really turned it to somebody who was the employer.
Yeah.
And not the employee.
Yeah.
I really turned into that. And I really like, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I was perfect. I didn't do nothing wrong when I was in high school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I did have a level of consciousness where I was like, but I'm not finna just be out here doing any everything.
Yeah.
and I do feel like I'm starting to reap the benefits of going my own path. Cause when you in high school, that's what you supposed to do, quote unquote. That's how people look at you.
Yeah.
If you ain't out here having sex, you doing something wrong.
Right.
If you ain't out here, doing drugs, or if you ain't out here robbing, or if you ain't out here trying to get some fast money the wrong way, you a lame.
Yeah.
That's how people look at you in high school, or you in the cafeteria. If you can steal this cookie, or if you can steal this snack, or if I can steal this whatever instead of paying for it, you the guy.
And not to down anybody, but like when you look at people who was like that had that mentality, that mindset, them the same people that you look at their life today, and they either in jail, they still locked
struggling
up,
like I don't know what,
still out here clubbing, fighting, doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? They get so off track that they wasn't stable enough to develop a consistency on the inside of them.
Yep, facts.
That would lead them to be successful.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's why my foundation was solid. Like growing up too, I gotta say, like church, like I was in church consistently. I was going to Bible study. I was going to Sunday school. I was going to vacation Bible school. I was going to revival. I was going to watch night service.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? This was consistently doing this in middle school and high school. So I feel like that played a major role in why I was able to have good discernment about stuff, or why I was able to recognize stuff, because I'm like, oh, this is what they talked about in class, or this is a similar situation. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Coach D, man. For real, man.
Coach
You
D,
said you did something there, boy, 15 years ago that you don't even realize what you did, man. I still remember that story 15 years later. And when I see him in person, I be bringing it up. He remember.
That's good though, bro. That's good. It's good to have people in your life like that can really speak a level of truth that everybody ain't really ready to hear. You know what I'm trying to say?
Facts. So all my people out there that got mentors or coaches or stuff out there like that, if you 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old right now, and somebody is telling you to do the complete opposite of what everybody else is doing, or if somebody is shedding light on you for you being different, believe that you're doing the right thing, bro. That's really all I'm trying to say. You're doing the right thing. You're not lame. You're not corny. You're not any of those things. You know what I'm saying? You're a child of God, and you know that your purpose is greater than your current situation. And you know that when you got somewhere to be in life, you can't go where everybody else going.
You can't let them stop you either.
You can't do what everybody else doing. When you got a mission in life, when you got direction in life, you can't go the direction that everybody else is going. You know where everybody else going left, you might have to go right.
And people gonna judge and criticize you for doing the right thing.
They gonna.
Oh, you awkward, you strange. You know what I'm saying? Why you doing that? But they don't understand the plan and the goals that you got. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really reach those, man. So coming out of, man, we talking about your childhood, man, and transition out of that, man, from your upbringing to high school, man. Tell me something, bro, that the Corey Davis now that you're a grown man would tell your younger self.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say, ooh.
The Corey Davis now. What would I tell my younger self? Dang, bro.
Hurry up. That's playing.
Nah, that's a deep question. I'm trying to give a deep answer. I mean, it's a lot that I would say, but I would say whatever it is that you consistently start to do, faithfully, like you consistently do it, your life can actually become that.
Yeah.
Cause I became a gym owner because I consistently started working out. Like I never grew up and wanted to be a gym owner. Like I never grew up and wanted to have a movie company. I never grew up and wanted to lift weights. I didn't care about lifting weights. I was 140 pounds in high school. But I consistently picked up that dumbbell when I got like 19 years old, and I turned it into my full-time income.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like being 14, 15, picking up a basketball, I could have did the same thing. If I would have just kept that basketball in my hand and actually worked on my game outside of practice and all types of stuff like that, and actually worked on my game, outside of what was required of me, my life could have been that. You know what I'm saying? So really what I would just tell myself, my younger self is, bro, keep God first no matter what. Don't allow nothing or nobody to ever deteriorate your faith, because you do believe in the one and true living God. The one God that you believing in is the one. He is the one. So keep that first and keep that firm at all times, number one. Number two, man, it's gonna all play out. It's gonna all work out.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in no likes on social media. Don't get caught up in no views. Don't get caught up in no comments. Cause people see me do videos and stuff now. But I had a memory pop up on my Facebook 12 years ago of me doing a skit. 12 years ago. So I would tell myself, bro, keep doing them skits. Who cares if you get 3 likes? Yeah. One from you, one from your mama, and then one from you again because you took the like off and put it back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares, bro? Like, who cares if you get no comments? Who cares if you get 37 views, bro? Like, if this was making you happy, if this was making you happy, if this is bringing you joy, setting up that phone and trying to do a little skit or whatever the case may be, keep doing it and watch what God take them little 3 likes from.
Man, you know when everything you said, man, like something came to my head, man. It was like, where there is consistency lies victory.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Pastor, talk to him.
Yeah. Everything that you go through and everything that you're doing, it's like when you keep on going, you don't give up, you don't quit. That's where the victories come from. It came from your purpose.
Faith without works.
Faith without works is dead. And a lot of people don't want to work for it. They don't want to grind for it, and they quit too soon when it's getting hard or when it don't look like it's lining up.
Yep.
But like with Corey, like what you telling me, bro, it's just like it spoke to me because it's like there's so many things that we could obtain and we just don't quit.
And we just don't quit.
And we look at it and we hear other people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do that," or "Why are you doing that?" "Oh, you did this 12 years ago and it still ain't working."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how long it is, you got to keep going for real.
You got to, bro. Consistency.
Obedience,
bro.
what?
Determination, and effort. Stick to the code, man. Consistency, obedience, determination, and effort. Stick to the code, bro. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep grinding. You got to see it through.
Man, so you've been grinding for a minute, man. Tell me about your college, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of things probably went down in college, man.
Worst decision of my life.
Worst decision.
Nah, bro. That's why I met my wife at. So that's the only thing I credit. That's the only thing I credit my wife.
Wife, yes, sir.
That's the only thing I credit college for, bro. I met my wife in college. Other than that, bro, I promise you, bro. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. I kept going back and forth.
You said the only reason that God created college for you to meet your wife?
I didn't say the only reason God created college. What did I say? I said the only reason why I went. Only purposeful meaning for me for college was the fact that I met my wife. That's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, I understand that college has its perks and has its purposes. You know, I look at it more from now that I'm older, I look at it more from like a sports standpoint. Yeah. Like if you going for sports or if you going for some real deal networking. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I'm hot.
Hey, bro. Hey, you remember?
I'm burning up.
Hey, bro, you remember that time you was when you graduated?
God darn, boy, 30.
And the boy had burned out.
Glorilla said 95 degrees. God, dog. Get sick to my stomach. We ain't got no food.
Hey, that boy building hot.
And we at my house.
This boy building feel like Hades up in here. They got that boy Corey Satan Davis.
I'm still paying student loan, bro. I'm still paying student loan.
Yeah, see, we got the water.
Let's talk about what college you went to.
Hey, Brown Macon College currently closed.
They both went to
they closed. I'm telling you why they closed.
College.
They closed with student loan fraud.
What's that college Lil Romeo was promoting? Yeah.
Who?
Lil Romeo. That's college you went to. But nah, bro, college was cool, man. It was
Whoa.
It was rough though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, boy. It was a different beast right there.
Hey, bro, tell them, bro. Yeah, bro, Brown Macon closed for student loan fraud.
That boy college closed for student loan fraud, so what they tell you, that his degree is not valid.
That boy ain't got no alma mater.
My degree works for every job I'm applying for.
If you present your degree to anybody, they gonna turn it down.
He can't have a class reunion.
He cannot.
Them boys, I can't have a class reunion.
That boy administration is in the feds right now.
Hey,
for money laundering.
It don't matter. It's all good. My college was an accredited college. Hey, bro, you remember when you graduated? Tell me what happened when you graduated, bro.
2012.
Bro, not 2012. But slow. You slow, son. We talking about college.
Oh, I graduated high school 2012. I graduated college 2019.
What happened to college?
On Watercross Stage.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's slow, man?
Anderson University. When I walked across stage, I still got the video. I walked across stage. I held my phone up. I said, "Stick to the code." But y'all should have seen the face. You should have seen the face on the dean face when I shook his hand.
But nobody say nothing.
It was birds chirping. I said, "Stick to the code."
Nobody say nothing.
Nobody said nothing.
Nobody said a word.
I I ain't gonna lie. I just had to leave my mark, man. I gave them all my money. I said, y'all gonna remember me. And guess what? They did. You know why? Because it's people that graduate from AU to this day. They come up to me and they say, hey, man, during graduation ceremony now or during practice, they let everybody know that they got to be completely silent or they let everybody know that you can't do this and that. And they bring up my story. What kind of legacy is you leaving? I left my legacy at AU.
Okay.
Come on now. I'm stamped.
Next question.
But yeah, I met Jamila at AU, man. Met my wife at AU.
Jamila at AU, man.
But I done got a headache in here from the heat.
So you met your girl at
we got?
So you all right, boy? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't gonna lie, I got a little headache though.
Hey, that boy got that Michael Jackson Thriller coat on. That boy got
all day.
Hey, put it. Hey, I see a coat. Hey, that boy got the universe coat on. That boy got angel wings on there.
I'm getting weak.
You gonna fly to heaven? You keep on wearing that coat in here. That boy got a bandana on his head. What you repping?
Man, the blood of Christ.
It's black. Hey, that boy Corey came to church one time, y'all. It was Pentecost Sunday.
What happened?
Everybody had on white. Corey had on black.
I did. I like the black sheep. I remember that.
Boy, why you tell me?
Bro, literally, everybody had on white.
That boy said, why you tell me?
I like a demon coming in the church. I got on all black. Everybody.
That boy said, why you tell me?
I'm sticking out like a bad child.
Hey, wait, that boy on Pentecost Sunday all black. Everybody in white. Whole church in white. That boy walking in a whole black fit. I said, oh, snap. That boy had the fro picked out. Boy, looking like
I was straight out of the park.
Lucifer. What's your old middle name?
I forgot.
Well, no, you know your old middle name, tell me.
Hindi.
That boy looking like
Hindi.
Lucifer Hindi.
It wasn't that funny.
Bro, okay, bro. Let's get back to it, bro. So you was in college, fam.
Yeah.
And then you met your wife, man. Tell me what made you decide to get married, bro?
I'm gonna be all right. Why did I decide to get married, bro? I'm gonna be real. Jamila was beautiful.
Beautiful.
And still is. When I saw Jamila that day in Connect, I said, God, dog, who is that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a true story.
I was in this little meeting thing called Connect. And that's where I met my wife at. And she was just fine, bro. I had to get her.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was time, man. I was like, how was I when I got married? 23?
Yup, something like that.
Yeah, I was 23 years old, bro. A lot played into getting married, man. I feel like I was getting older. Time to move out my mom and daddy house. Right. You know what I'm saying? Started saving up some money.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, bro, I wanted some booty. if you want me to stop beating around the bush,
The boy said,
not. Hey, and wife, will you see this? No, that's not the only reason why.
Not the only reason why.
It played a major factor. But it's
Yeah,
not the only reason why.
The man told y'all earlier that
keep
he
in
was
mind,
waiting.
I was not out here just sleeping around.
Fact.
I was not. So I wanted to find somebody, spend the rest of my life with,
Right.
and sleep around with for the rest of my life. So they played a factor in it. But mainly, man, I just feel like the timing was right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was getting older, saving money, ready to move out. I don't really feel like, well, for me personally, some people might feel differently. I don't really feel like it was like something that just was like, get married now. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It was just like, I'm about to get married, bro. You know what I'm saying? She was about to be done with college. That's why I'm saying the stars just started to align. She's about to be done with college. I'm about to be done with college a year after her. She finna start her job. Yeah. She stepping into adulthood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just prayed about it, and I just felt like, you know, this was the good candidate. And here we are 10 years later.
Here we are.
Come on now, 10 years later now. I can teach y'all something.
10 years later,
10 years in. And that's another thing people don't know. A lot of people still don't even know I'm married.
Bro, you know how many people
I had people to this day. They be like, Corey, you married? And I done been with Jamila for 10 years, bro. Me and Jamila started talking in 2016.
I don't have people call me personally and be like, hey, Corey married? Yeah. I'd be like, yeah. We don't know that, man.
I live a private life, man. I live a private life. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
put all your business on social media.
Because people think that social media means that you're doing good. But some of the people that got social media posts failing.
Facts.
Flat.
So it ain't even about that, man. You gotta be happy at home first before you're happy on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
What's one important thing you learned while you being married, man?
Oh man, I would immediately think about the love language stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that love language. I don't know where this love language talk came from, but whoever came up with that love language stuff, boy, you was in your bag.
What is
boy.
it? Physical touch, quality time,
words of
affirmations. One more.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But so yeah, I would say from the marriage standpoint, really find out what your partner love language is and actually try to be intentional about meeting it and be intentional about dating and be intentional about setting aside time for y'all to for it just to be y'all. Yeah. And so my personal my love language ain't a real love language. It's supposed to be physical touch. But I told my wife straight up, I said my love language is sex.
Yeah.
Nah, I just realized something, bro. My mama gonna see this episode. God, her mama gonna see the episode.
Man, my mama tell you. My mama.
I'm 31. I'm grown, man.
You grown man.
I'm grown out here now.
Hey,
anyway,
my mama tell you.
That my love language. I want to get it in. All night long, all night. What's that? What's on Waterboy? What'd he say?
Night.
You can do it. You can do it all night long.
Hey, oh, your body is my
playground. Let me up now. Let me feel. All right, but anyway, yeah, man. Look, that's my love language, bro. So, I feel like kind of early on we kind of struggle, and you know what I'm saying, sometimes we still do here and there, and this could be for a marriage podcast when we actually have our wives on here, but I'll just say this, you know, sometimes arguments and stuff would arise because her love language not filled, or her love tank not filled, my love tank not filled, but I want mine to be filled.
Facts.
And she want hers to be filled.
Facts.
And I had to realize, you know, it's give and take, and I had to realize, like, if I want my needs to be met, my main objective need to be trying to meet her needs, and not look at it from a standpoint of, well, you meet my needs, I ain't meet your needs. Facts. Don't look at it like that. Just look at it from I'm gonna meet your needs. I want to meet your needs because I want to see you happy.
Yeah. And
in return, you can get the same thing. Your needs can be met. So yeah, man, that love language stuff. All my younger couples out there, or potentially married couples, man, find out what your lady love language, what your man love language is, and man, do it for them.
Hey, man, well, we can see, you know what I'm saying, that getting some booty was successful because you got kids.
2 kids later, boy, and I ain't having no more, boy. I got me a boy and a girl. Shout out to Roman and Shiloh. That's it. Yes, sir, scared. No more.
So tell me, man, what's one of the biggest, you know, tell me about your kids, man, and, like, what's one of the biggest things you've learned from being a dad, man?
Biggest thing I learned from being a dad, a lot of things, man. You know, I can say a lot of things, man, but them kids don't care nothing about your schedule.
Nothing about that.
Them kids don't care nothing about you being busy. Them kids don't care nothing about you being tired. Them kids don't care nothing about you had a long day at work. Them kids don't care nothing about you being sick. Them kids don't care nothing about you, but they care about you being there.
And they need it.
They care about your presence.
They need that.
Over your presence. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back now.
Yes, sir.
They care about your presence over your presence.
Yes, sir.
Spell presence, the first one I'm talking about right now. Go.
Say it for the people who need to hear it.
Was you listening to what I just said?
I heard you tell me to spell, but I ain't doing it. You set me up for failure.
Presence. Presence. I spelled that right? Pre. Put me on the camera. I'm talking to the people right now. Fact check this way. Presence. That's the presence I'm talking about. Presence. Amen. I got it right. Presence over presence, man. That's the biggest thing about fatherhood, bro. Like, just trying to be intentional about being there for my kids. That's why my daughter started T-ball, bro. I'm there every game, and I thank God for me being able to be in a position to be able to be there, even though it's T-ball. You know what I'm saying? This stuff I prayed about long before I even had kids. This stuff I prayed about as I was getting married, as I was becoming a man, as I was becoming an adult. I said, Lord, I want to be that father that's there. Yeah. My kids, I don't want my kids to ever say, well, my daddy wasn't there, my daddy wasn't this there. You know what I'm saying? So I strive, you know, and a lot of it come from, like I told y'all, my childhood when we first started the episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want my kids to experience that. I just so happen to be one of the ones that came out on the right side of that.
Yeah.
A lot of kids don't. A A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people 35, 40, 45, 50 years old still mad because their daddy wasn't never there.
Yep.
Still mad and still don't even know how to express the fact that all they needed was a hug from their daddy, or all they needed was their daddy to be in the stands. Good hit, boy. You know what I'm saying? They never got that.
I know this is a conversation for another day, another podcast, man, but I can't even imagine, like, me having 2 kids of my own. I can't even imagine not being there.
Can't imagine it, bro.
Like, I'm going to fight tooth and nail to be there. And I know there's a lot of legality when it comes to what people think about that, et cetera, but hey, I'm going 10-toe behind mine, you know what I'm saying? Bro. So, because kids care about that, you know what I'm saying?
They do, bro.
My kid every day. My kid probably asking me where I'm at right now.
Facts. I ain't even get to say prayers with my kids tonight because y'all was late.
Wow.
wait. But nah, for real though, man. But shoot, my kids, bro, they just teach you that your presence is the most important thing, bro. And they grow up so fast, like people say, bro. I cried in my daughter's first T-ball game, bro. Cried, bro.
Hey,
came home.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Came home, soda bouncer. Crying like that, bro. Crying at my daughter's T-ball. I had to keep it together at the field.
Yeah.
Throat got choked. Got a little choked.
So you let out when you got in the car?
I said, oh, shoot.
You let out when you got in the car?
When I got home.
Hey, that boy gonna go cry in the car.
Yeah, red on Friday, boy. Red on Friday. Oh, he gonna cry in the car. Yeah, that was me. I for sure cried.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
I cried when I cried her first day of school.
Oh, yeah.
Cried then.
I tore up my son for a day of school.
I
ain't even want to leave. And he was cool.
Call me what you want.
My son didn't cry. He ready to get down.
So.
And I was going through.
Yeah, bro.
I walked to the front of the hall, came back, looked through the window, walked back up, came back again. Wanted to say he all right.
That's called being a real dad, man.
Yeah, man. So, man, you got your kids now, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing we know about you, bro, is you go hard with everything you do, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Because you got your kids, man, it inspired you to be a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? So now you got businesses. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about your business, man.
864 Movers. I got a mover company called 864 Movers. You said what?
Way like that cow to be on.
You said way like that cow is on the 864 Movers. Oh, boy, you wrong, boy.
You my boy, man. I just playing, bro.
Yeah, man. 864 Movers. Moving company right here in Anderson, South Carolina. Shout out my boy Samaj, man. We partnered up and started a moving company.
Shout out to Samaj.
I don't want to. We ain't got to get into the super details of how it all started, but we got a moving company right here in Anderson, South Carolina, man. And it just real quick, it just started off as a joke. I moved out of a 3-bedroom apartment. People kept asking us to help them move furniture. We started our own moving company.
Bet.
864 Legends, man. That's my main source of income right there. Personal training and all type of stuff like that, man. So it all started off, man, with that. I will go in a little bit more detail about 864 Legends, but it all started off with just, I went to Five Below and I got some equipment out of my car. And I would go to Westside High School practice field. They got that big black
first client?
They got that big black fence around. My first client was my mama.
Wow.
Yeah, I said
hey,
now my boy Johnny was
still lost no weight.
My boy but nah, I had went to Five Below and I had got some workout equipment and I went to Westside High School with that big black fence set right there on the side of the practice field. It wasn't right there before. But I went to Five Below, got some equipment, bro. And I said, shoot, I'm finna use what I got, Lord. You gonna do the rest.
But
faith without works is dead. I said, I'm gonna do my part, God. I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what it's gonna turn out to be. But I had a vision. And that's the thing, bro. You gotta see the vision before you see the vision.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back, bro. You gotta see the vision before you actually see the vision. So I saw the vision in my mind before I actually saw it physically with my eyes. And with that being said, in order for me to physically see it with my eyes, I knew that I had to lay the foundation. I knew I had to stick to the code. I knew I had to be consistent. I knew I had to be obedient, determined to put forth effort. So what I did was I consistently went to the field.
Yeah.
Took the workout equipment that I spent a couple $100s on from Five Below in and out of my truck, trunk on my car, 2001 Chevrolet Malibu.
Bags.
Consistently did it. I was obedient to God, no matter if it was you, my mama, and her best friend Rika out there, one of her best friends out there, or if it was just you out there, or if it was just my mama out there. I started off with 3 people, bro. I started off with you, my mama, and Rika. My mama friend Rika. I had 3 clients.
Hey,
wasn't making no money from it. Wasn't making no money from it, bro. That's where it all started off at, bro. Just taking stuff in and out of the trunk. consistently doing that, being obedient to God's voice, and just keep going. I was determined that more people was gonna come, and guess what happened?
Gang.
More people started to come.
Well, in church we say you gotta see it before you see it, or you never will see it.
Facts.
And that's facts.
So, and I put forth effort every day, man, just going out there 3 times a week. I remember people started to recognize what was going on, and this is why I say consistency attracts people. Consistency attracts people. I was consistently out there, and guess what happened? Somebody I never met before a day in my life came out here and said, "Is this like a boot camp class?"
Facts.
I said, "Well, yes, ma'am, it is." You know what I'm saying? Got my pricing together.
Well, the boy happy.
Got my pricing together. Boom. And that's really how all this stuff like rolled and like became, bro. Like I just was working out at the gym on my own.
In the heat, bro.
Huh?
You was consistent in the heat.
In the heat.
95 degrees.
In the heat
I'm talking
out
about
there,
people
bro.
out there working out, sweating.
Out there in the grass.
Throw it up.
So went from y'all 3, then Joe and Kathy was one of my first couple clients that I had out there. And Miss Lynn came out there. Quee came out there, and Cam came out there. And then it just kept snowballing, bro. And then from there, I had linked up with Emmanuel, and then I started training at his house in his garage for like 2 years or a year and a half, and I was an ISS teacher at the same time. So I'm an ISS teacher now. I'm an ISS teacher at Pendleton High School, getting in trouble every day because I'm not doing my ISS duties. I'm not taking cell phones. I'm not making kids do work like that. I was sometimes, but not the way that I should have been. I was an undisciplinary person already in a job where you had to be a disciplinary. Yeah. So they didn't jail well. But I just needed a check. I just needed something to pay my little bills so I could save up my training money, and that's what I did. I went out there.
Them kids was enjoying coming to ISS.
Oh yeah, they was happy. See me to ISS. See me to ISS. I ain't doing no work. See me to ISS.
Then Mr. Davis class having a good time.
I'm getting called into the principal office. Yeah, man, kids are saying they want to go to ISS. And I'm just trying to hold it together.
The boy got kids in ISS having a good old time.
I'm trying to hold it together like, whole time I'm back there just working on my dreams, bro. I got my notebook out. I'm sitting here writing down. I'm writing down stuff to do. What can I do? So I was using my time wisely. Yeah. Even though I felt like my time was wasted you know what I'm saying? Even though I felt like just sitting there behind that desk was pointless. I said, how can I be productive in this moment? You know what I'm saying? How can I be productive in this moment and actually turn my dreams into a reality versus just sitting here at this screen watching YouTube clips all day?
Facts.
I said, nah, let me figure out ways to make money with fitness. Yeah. Let me figure out ways to build my clientele with fitness. And that's how I did it. I would go train in the garage, go to work, get off work, go train in the garage 10, 11 o'clock at night, 6, 7 days a week. Until it got to the point where it was so big, we had to find a building. 2021, October 2021. Signed that lease. 2026, we still here.
Still here. Clap up for the business, man.
Yeah, man.
Go get it, man. Hey, man. Hey. So we know all that, man. We know that you always stick to the code, God first. We know all that, man. So tell me about your walk with Christ, man. I know you're a believer, man. So you can tell me a little bit about that, man. Then we're going to ask you that main question, man. If you knew then, what you know now?
Yeah, man. My walk with Christ has always been strong. Like I said, I grew up in the church. So I grew up went to King David Baptist Church.
KDBC.
Yep. Had a lot of teachings going on in there, man. And the Bible was instilled into me, and picking up your word and reading your word was instilled into me. My mama would pray with me and pray with us before we went to school and all the type of stuff like that. So God has always been, you know what I'm saying, always been there. Yeah. The book always been there, man. So it ain't like I don't have a story like some people might be like, I was out here wilding and I found Christ and he changed my heart, and like I didn't have a Saul to Paul moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible, how Saul turned to Paul and because he was on that road or whatever. And I just always been in a loop, really. And I just always been connected with him, man, you know. But just like everybody else, you know, sometimes I slack. Sometimes I lose faith in certain areas, or sometimes, like, you know, like I heard on the podcast today, that sometimes I might pray and feel like my prayers ain't being answered. You know, we all go through little stuff like that, you know. And we all go through little trials and tribulations, man. But at the end of the day, I keep this scripture close to my heart, man. When Jesus said, blessed are those who believe because they have seen. Yeah. But even more blessed are those who believe and have not seen. Yes, sir. So I just keep that one scripture close to my heart, man. And that's what keep me going. It's like Christ already done told me.
Already.
The fact that I have never seen him, but I believe in him, I'm even more blessed for that.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep that close to me, man, and instill that in my kids. And I always been Team Jesus, bro. I always been Team Christ. I always been Team God. And I'm gonna keep it that way till I take my last breath.
That's dope, bro. So now the question is, man, if you knew then what you know now, what would be different?
About what specifically?
You, your life. What we talking about, man? Come on now.
If I knew, I got you.
Slow.
You, bro. If okay, repeat the question. Repeat the question.
It's the ISS, y'all. Nah, I'm saying, if you knew then what you know now, what would be different? What would you change? How would you be? How would life be?
Hey, man, that's always a hard question to answer because you don't want to. I want my kids to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be an entrepreneur like I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because I always felt like I was always bigger than just clocking in. And no, not to anybody who do. But, just so like all those little things, the things that I have now, I'm grateful for. Man, I guess, I don't know, man, because even with the sins, because, I might want to go back and say, I wish I could take back the sins I did. But then how could you help the people that's coming under you if you ain't go through what you went through?
Facts.
How could you be relatable? How could you be able to talk them out of a situation? So I wouldn't say I personally would change anything, but what I would say is to the person that's listening, or to what I would say to my younger self, or what I would say to somebody who 13, 14, 15, 16 years old now, is keep this Bible on you, bro. Keep this word on you. Keep this sword on you, bro. Keep this word on you. I don't care if you just start off with reading a chapter a day. I don't care if you just start off with just a couple scriptures a day. Keep this close to your heart, man. Establish a prayer life. In the car on the way to the gym, I'm talking to God. It ain't got to be always necessarily you got your, you know what I'm saying, face down to the ground, knees on the ground, hands lifted. You can pray like that if you want to, but just being able to just have constant communication with Christ, man. That's one thing that, I think you should definitely just keep in your routine. But, man, I would say, speaking of routine, I would say establish a routine.
Facts.
If I could change anything, like, that's what I would say, y'all. Establish a routine and really, really stick to it, no matter if you feel like it or not.
That's dope.
Because that's what's gonna get you. That's what's gonna get you there.
Yeah.
Establishing your routine, whether you sleepy, whether you're hungry, whether you're frustrated, whether you feel good, whether your motivation high, whether your motivation low, establish your routine.
Hey, one more time for the people. Consistency,
obedience, determination, and effort. Stick to the code, man. God first, man.
For real. Establish that routine.
Establish that routine, bro.
Hey, fella. Hey, that was good, man. It's like it's a wrap, my boy.
Hey, man.
Hey, first podcast.
First episode.
my mouth dry. Trying to talk.
Wait, you got anything you need to say, man?
First podcast
we did,
complete.
Man, first episode. You still live? You still live, right?
Yeah, we good.
How you feel, Wayne?
I feel great, bro.
Talk to the people, man. What's going on?
I'm sleepy. I'm hungry.
That boy sleepy, hungry. They boy want to make muffin. McDonald's. He ready.
McGriddle back.
Hey, man, we appreciate your opportunity, man. Hey, if I knew then,
what I know now.
The podcast.
Episode 1, man. We'll holler at y'all. Episode 2 gonna be Johnny Gladys story, man.
Boy,
so I got the Corey Davis story.
Boy, D.
I feel like I pretty much got everything I need to say.
Oh, yeah, you did good, bro.
Y'all follow me on social media, man. Corey Davis 864. Corey Davis 864 on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, and y'all make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. What's our YouTube? If I knew then what I know now. We're gonna be on Apple Music and stuff too.
Spotify. Music, Spotify.
We're gonna be all that. We're gonna be on all that, man. So y'all can go back and play back and listen to this episode, man. I pray that something that I said that's gonna stick with you, man. Cause I can't go back to 15, but what I can do is I can say something to help a 15-year-old right now.
That's real spill, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So
that's
for real,
dope.
listen, bro. Yeah. One day you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be 31.
You're gonna be 31.
About to be 32.
Hey, when you hit 25, life be gone.
And we were supposed to read a chapter at the end of every podcast, but we'll say that for podcast too. I gotta go.
Yeah, we hungry.
Right,
Holla at y'all.
We done.